Everybody, welcome to the nest. Hello, hello. It's great to see all of you today. Wow. Sorry for my tardiness. My goodness, I've been on the run all day, and I'm just sitting down now. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. Whew. Nice to see everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful day outside of jail, outside of being pursued by the local police, wherever you are. October Girl, I want to welcome you to Owlette. Ham and Beans, welcome back to Owlette. And Iron Chef, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Well, this is really something for Chantal with her reaction channel Beef, isn't it? Because reaction channels really are kind of having a time of it, aren't we? Yes, we are. We're having a good time, and it doesn't even involve watching Chantal and her boring live streams. I love it personally. It's great. Okay, so, hey. What you see on the screen here are some, as some pronounce it, Kuwaiti dinar. This is what a dinar. This is actually the paper dinar. Okay, we also have the fills. Yes, this is the dinar. Okay, I want to tell you about something. Okay, let's just get right into it. No need to put it off any longer. All right. This was posted literally hours ago. Let's see, how long ago? 3 hours ago, okay? Kuwait Times, all right? Temporary charity regulations reshape giving practices in Kuwait. 3 hours ago. With the virtuous 10 days of Dhul Hijjah now underway, this is when everyone is performing Hajj, going to Saudi Arabia, Hajj. Conversations about good deeds such as charity, Eid al-Adha, which is coming up this weekend, the sacrifices, you try to buy a lamb and you have it slaughtered Islamically, which is a very specific process, and it is the most merciful way to do so to an animal. I understand that's going to be very controversial to some who have never heard of this or, that are new to learning about Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of the Muslims in the chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. The conversations have grown louder. However, this season of giving has unfolded differently in Kuwait. I need to mention also, with the animal, we divide it. We divide it up into packages of meat to give to the less fortunate. That is a thing. This is our part of our charity that we give to people who are less fortunate. That's what's done with the animal, okay? This is following a government decision to temporarily suspend all fundraising activities. Here's a breakdown of what's happening and how the people of Kuwait are adapting. So, it's a Q&A format, which is great, easy to understand. What exactly is happening with charity work in Kuwait? Well, in April 2025, Kuwait's Ministry of Social Affairs, and I'm sure you have become familiar with that term now, they issued a decision to temporarily suspend all fundraising activities. This came after authorities identified unauthorized websites collecting donations without proper oversight. The ministry said the goal is to reorganize and restructure the charity sector, ensuring greater transparency, unified mechanisms, and compliance with government standards, protecting Kuwait's reputation as a trusted global humanitarian leader. Hopefully soon to become animal rights leader in the Middle East. Can people still donate? Are you allowed to donate? Yes. Giving has not stopped. It has just become more centralized. Donations can still be made through officially sanctioned platforms, most notably Zakat House, a government body established in 1982. Zakat means charity. Through its projects supporting orphans, food distribution, Eid sacrifices, and more, Zakat House continues to facilitate giving both inside and outside Kuwait. They have an app and they have a website. Religious leaders are also encouraging traditional forms of charity, such as helping a struggling neighbor or family member. And this is how I have always seen Eid al-Adha performed in Egypt. You go into, you can even just, people drive into a neighborhood that is less fortunate and pop open the trunk and there's the processed meat for you, chilled, all ready to go. Just grab what you need. Why has this decision sparked mixed reactions? While some Kuwaitis and residents support the move, seeing it as a necessary measure to prevent fraud and restore order in the charitable sector, others feel restricted by the limited options now available. So I guess PayPal's out. No wonder what you're doing with it, okay? Another group, while supportive of stricter governance, is urging the government to provide alternative mechanisms swiftly so that urgent needs are not neglected. And I can certainly see why that could be an issue, especially if you have an injured animal that needs immediate help. Why is this such an emotional issue in the country of Kuwait? I will tell you from my experience, Arabs can be extremely emotional, more outwardly emotional than I have seen personally Westerners. That's my own personal experience. Things can escalate quickly, very quickly. Charity is deeply woven into Kuwait's social and religious fabric. It's part of the country's identity. Kuwait ranked first in the Arab world and seventh globally in charitable giving. Moreover, on September 9th, 2014, Kuwait earned international recognition by the UN as a humanitarian center. And His Highness the Emir was honored as a humanitarian leader. Wonderful. Institutions like the International Islamic Charitable Organization, founded by Kuwait law in 1986 and headquartered in Kuwait, have long served as a symbol of the nation's commitment to global humanitarianism. They offer aid without regard to political or sectarian divides. So they're trying to build a more resilient and mandated charitable system to guard against scams. The last thing you want your hard-earned money to go to is a scam, because you will frequently see, if you have WhatsApp on your phone, and if you are, if you do make international calls, you sometimes will see, you get spam messages talking about someone in the hospital and urgently needs medical care, and the hospital wants money up front. These are scams. If it's coming from someone you don't know, it's a scam. And WhatsApp is frequently used in the Middle East, including Pause Kuwait. That is something that they use. So I can see how the send money through this WhatsApp number can be an issue and why it needs to be more regulated. Certainly, sending money to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, because you need some money, doesn't seem to go over that well. Okay? No, not really. Not really. All right. So more transparency. So all of this is really coming at a time for Chantal that charitable giving and receiving is really being monitored. That article was posted 3 hours ago. And we have a holiday coming up this weekend. Hajj is being performed right now as we speak. And it's an issue. It is an issue. Got a mosquito up in here. No way. We're not doing that. Okay. So that is that. Now, also, what I want to share with you is Yeah, okay. All right. So we do have documentation that has been filed, as you may have seen already. The translation on this that I have seen online really isn't that great. So I have gone through it a little more deeply. Okay. So if you are reposting this, please take note that anything scribbled out is intentional and contains personal private information. So if you are reposting a translated version of this, please black it out. That is personal information that is getting, I think, reposted over and over and over. If it's scribbled out, please don't repost it. It's scribbled out for a reason. So this is the first document here, okay, that has been filed. The first of many to come, is my understanding. And it states, in the comment, I got to bring it up on my own screen, it's too small. This was the first page where she started collecting donations for the kitten. And this is Pause Kuwait stating this. The second page was created after she came to Kuwait and continued collecting money. We have that also. No matter how many threats we receive, we are not backing down. On the contrary, additional complaints are already being filed against her. We are also gathering evidence against her husband as he has been collecting money in the name of animals. Once we have everything documented, we're coming for his ass, essentially. Okay. Yeah, we're coming for him. All right. So here is the, I think, a little bit better of a translation. Now, I wrote this up myself. Let me see how much I can enlarge that. That's too much. And I hope that the coverage that you've seen today so far of other reactors has been great. I haven't had time to sit and watch any of it, unfortunately. So if people have already gone over this with you, I apologize in advance. There we go. All right. Can we just? Just give me 1 second. I just want to line it up so that you can see it clearly and I can read it clearly. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to need to do something with this owl here. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. You're going to have to go into ghost mode for a little bit. So sorry. Miss you. I miss you already. Okay. So here's the translation. Now, I did a side-by-side of this, okay? So it's formatted how it would be formatted when it's being submitted, okay, to the courts. Okay, so at the very top on the left, it said legal consultations and law firm, legal consultants and lawyers. So I believe this is the law firm that Pause Kuwait has employed to take care of this for them. And let me try to make this a little bit bigger for you guys. I know that is not great. All okay. Okay. All right. So we had this is, I'm assuming, the case number right here. Okay. And if you want this case number, I will go ahead and read it to you out loud because it is probably kind of small on your screen. So it's 2025 767 3001 899. This was filed today, June 2nd, 2025. Okay. And it says, okay, written in Kuwait, the date here is blank for some reason, but it says to respected Mr. / Undersecretary of the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labor. That is the former name of that ministry. They took off labor since then. It's been a little while since they took that off. In his capacity. So this is addressed to the head guy at the Ministry of Social Affairs, and they govern all charities in Kuwait. Okay, so greetings. All right. In my capacity as the attorney / representative of Sahira Ali A. Ahmed Al Sakr, Kuwaiti nationality, presenting to Your Excellency her capacity as a complaint against one and only Chantal Suro. Unfortunately, spelled incorrectly. Hopefully it doesn't matter. This was written this way on the original document. It's not a transliteration. I have sent them her full legal name of Canadian nationality. What is the problem with that? She is collecting donations without a license. Yes. And this is an issue, as you now know. Mm-hmm. The complainant, meaning Sahira, okay? Sahira is with Pause Kuwait, okay? The complainant, Sahira, works in the field of protecting stray animals through a volunteer team, Pause Kuwait. Therefore, without any remuneration, which means she doesn't get paid. There's no salary paid to her. This is 100% volunteer effort. She does not get paid. I feel like that is important. I feel like that's important from an ethical standpoint. This isn't something that's like her job that she's trying to keep. She volunteers her time, her work, and I'm sure she also donates a ton of money as well. But she doesn't receive a salary. Okay. On May 30th, 2025, she received a rescue report to protect a cat and its kittens. I'm assuming that this report came from one Chantal Marie Olive Sereau. They were in the Fahahil area of Al-Qut Market. Now, you know Al-Qut Mall, it's right down the street from, it's a little bit further down the street from where they live. It's further south. In that area. As soon as she received the report, she rushed to provide care and established a hospital visit to take care of it. However, after looking at the YouTube website, she was surprised that the account, it says the translation is that the account that contains the following data, that the account named Foodie Beauty. Okay, so this is why I think Chantal made the initial report. That is the worst self-snitching I think I've ever heard of. She made the report herself, okay? Like, oh yeah, we want to let you know. Okay, we want to let you know that there's this cat and its kittens. And yeah, we brought the kitten back to the park and dumped it off. And we just want to let you guys know that there is a kitten there and potentially its family that needs some medical attention. So, right, the complainant, Sahira at Pause Kuwait, she's like, oh, okay, Chantal must have said, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a famous YouTuber, that I live in Kuwait. I'm from Canada, right? So she goes and checks the channel, Foodie Beauty. At this point, okay, this person had no contact with anyone else but Chantal, okay? So she went to the YouTube channel. Foodie Beauty, okay? Imagine her surprise when the defendant, one Chantal Marie Olive Sereau, whose property is owned by the complainant, property owned by Pause Kuwait. What property would that be? Apparently, they're accusing her of the same thing that Chantal is accusing them of, it appears. The defendant publishes photos of the same cat that the complainant took care of, that Pause Kuwait took care of. And Pause Kuwait admitted to a hospital that specializes in treating them, the veterinary hospital. But the defendant, one Chantal Marie Olive Sereau, requests that donations be collected for the same cat. And as a result, so she calls Pause and she's like, we dumped off this kitten. I guess we're not supposed to have it. Okay. But she continued to request donations. And as a result, she obtained huge sums of money. Now, I have sent them my spreadsheet. We know that what she has collected during that live stream for Super Chats, I will never know, and I don't think any of us will never know the exact precise amount that was sent to her via PayPal. And as I said in a video that I uploaded yesterday, I think, that she may have verbally said, oh, you sent me this much on PayPal, or thank you so-and-so for the PayPal. I would never expect Chantal to tell the truth about what was received. So she could have $100 sent to her PayPal and say, oh my gosh, thank you for the $20. So I don't think we'll ever know. It could be huge sums of money. We don't know. This is awesome. Please note, understand this has been sent to the public prosecution in the legal courts of Kuwait. Note that this is not the first incident for the complainant. The aforementioned person has been collecting donations since entering the state of Kuwait. She entered Kuwait 2.5 years ago, almost 3 at this point, and has continued to collect donations from the very moment she entered the state of Kuwait. Okay. Now, down below, they had Pause Kuwait's phone number. I, of course, I took that out. No one needs to be calling, So, this was actually filed. This is what was filed. This is the same thing as this. Okay, this is the same thing. It's just translated and I have it formatted, so it's hopefully a little bit easier to read. Okay. I have also done the same thing with page number 2, which outlines what's actually being done, what was done. Okay. All right. Let me pull that up on my screen. Okay. So, the sender. Okay, this is external correspondence coming from the outside. General Registry, okay, that's who sent it to them. So, the lawyer. The subject, unlicensed donation collection. The office of Sahira Ali Al-Sakr, which is Pause Kuwait. So we have date, June 2nd, 2025, okay? Status, not completed, okay? This is the ministry receiving this in. Okay, some notes. There is a CD envelope attached. I'm thinking, and I'm not sure exactly, but I'm thinking that, sometimes that terminology is also used in U.S. courts, but what it actually is will be like a thumb drive, but CD envelope attached. Procedure. Necessary action has been taken. Oh. Okay. This was sent to correspondence, the Secretariat of the Assistant Undersecretary for the Social Development Sector. This is the whole charity thing. Okay, it's coming from, external incoming general registry. Okay, line number 2, same date, few minutes later, status not completed, notes. There are attachments by hand. Someone went there and handed something over. I believe a thumb drive, could be a CD, okay? Attachments by hand. Necessary action has been taken. And this is going to a different place. Correspondence to Secretariat of Charitable Societies and Endowments. This was sent, okay, the first line says, okay, Pause Kuwait sent it to the Secretariat of the Assistant Undersecretary for the Social Development Sector. They then sent it to the Secretariat of Charitable Societies and Endowments. So it's in process. This is in process. What actually was sent? I don't know. We have this from Chantal. Chantal is making several errors. Big errors. I don't know who is advising her. I cannot even begin to imagine. This is supremely stupid. But what else would we expect, right? From our girl. She's never known to be the most intelligent or sharp thinking, So, this doesn't really surprise me, but it kind of does, because this possibly has jail time associated. Okay, fines out you think she's broke now? Forget it. And if she is still within the country of Kuwait, she is not allowed to leave until that is paid. Not allowed to leave. Okay. So this is pretty crazy. I'm going to read it because obviously it's a wall of text. You know, the English major doesn't know how to form paragraphs all of a sudden. Okay. And of course, this has been deleted, right? Prompted by concerns over fraudulent activity. First off, we did not start fundraising for rescue efforts. No, you started fundraising to feed yourself, right? Pause is acting like we raised thousands for ourselves under the guise of helping animals. It doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter how much there was. They are accusing us of scamming for donations. I mean, are they wrong? We saw a sickly-looking kitten in 45-degree weather without its mom. Yeah, okay, all right, right. Someone sent the first super chat without me even asking. I said we are on a tight budget, but if people want to help, I will take in the cat and adopt it for us personally, and we will take it to the vet right away. The article below even says to avoid penalties, individuals can donate directly to vet care or for supplies to an organization. Not you, Chantal. Your PayPal is not a registered charity in the country of Kuwait. You even say it right here. Do you see how dumb she is? She even says it right here. The article below even says that you can donate directly to vet care. Not to you, right? Right. Which I did. I offered money to Pause. Okay. Which is great because Pause says, what, was she trying to implicate us in a crime? If this is not allowed, they could have simply said so. And that would be that. But no. Because they want clout. Chantal, this shows where your mindset is, and it's time to become an adult. I think it's time to get up to your actual age of 41 years. Clout is not something that a volunteer for an animal rescue charity is looking for. Clearly. Have you seen their Instagram page? They clearly deal with a lot. You, with your broke Canadian ass in Kuwait, stuffing your face on the regular. You can't even afford to stuff your face on the regular. There's you, right? And this volunteer who selflessly gives of her time, energy, I'm sure money to this cause is a Kuwaiti national. You should know by now, Chantal, and you might not know because you never leave that apartment. Kuwaiti nationals are wealthy. They don't need your clout and they don't need your money. They want clout and applause for publicly persecuting someone who is only trying to do a good deed. What benefit would an animal charity get out of persecuting someone who is in animal rescue? Guess what? Okay, Chantal, I've lived in Egypt, okay? I have my beautiful Baladi dogs here with me in the States. I've had 5 of them total here with me. 3 have passed away since. The level of animal cruelty, neglect, and abuse as seen in Kuwait is very similar in Egypt. I don't like to talk about that. It's just an awful thing to think about, and I don't like to traumatize the nest. We're all animal lovers. We all have a high degree of empathy, and I don't need to put people through that. If they really want to know what's happening, they can search and find. Very similar to what's happening in Kuwait. People who legitimately rescue animals, who legitimately open their hearts, homes, and wallets to take in the very worst cases, benefit in no way by persecuting someone who is claiming to also do rescue. Anyone who does this type of work they need more help. More help is needed. There's always help that is needed. There's always going to be an animal far across town that urgently needs somebody, and you need an extra person to get there. This is how I got my dogs. Their mom died one morning. They were 12 days old. And it was an animal rescue who put on Facebook, can anyone help us bottle feed 10 orphaned puppies that are 12 days old? They need people to help. We took them. We took all 10 pups. We took them. We took them home. We bottle fed them. And I have 2 here with me that are 14 years old. What if I hadn't stepped up? Would someone else have taken in 10 street dogs? We always need help. How would they possibly benefit from persecuting someone who is helping? Where's the logic? Where's the logic? It's non-existent, clearly. And I'll tell you, if you know anyone in animal rescue, they're not looking for clout. If you've ever gone to a charity fundraiser, like a legitimate charity fundraiser, like a silent auction or a comedy show that is specifically for that particular animal rescue, you will know that the director, the owner, the people who are out there doing the work, they rarely want to be brought up on stage. They don't want the attention. They don't want it. No one's looking for clout, Chantal. People who do this aren't looking for public recognition. People who do this are doing it for the animals. Period. Because other people aren't. And sometimes you have to step up. And they've been stepping up and up and up. And I'm sure every single time they do it, it breaks their hearts to see what's happened. These people aren't trying to be, they're not trying to be celebrities. There's no clout to be gained by someone like you anyway, Chantal. And they have absolutely benefit nothing from trying to persecute someone publicly who looks as if they're trying to help. So clearly, you were not helping. You were hurting. Super chats are not fundraising. They are part of my job. I don't know Kuwaiti law. I've never been to Kuwait. I know to some degree how things work in the Middle East. I've lived in an Arab country for years. Things are very different, very, very different. And I've always said, I don't think being a YouTuber in Kuwait would be considered working there because your employer is in California. Your pay gets deposited in Canada. You pay taxes on that to Canada, hopefully, right? So where does the working in Kuwait, where does that come into play? Well, I've been reading a little bit, and I guess potentially, and I don't know for sure, that any kind of activity that is meant to raise funds in any way or to increase your income is considered working in Kuwait. And if that is the case, were you working while on a tourist visa? That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. You need a work visa for that. That's a problem. I mean, even just that can get you deported. Just that alone. So are you admitting to working in Kuwait, Chantal, right here in this statement? Is this why you deleted it? Super chats are not fundraising. They are part of my job. I wasn't collecting charity. I was working on a tourist visa. Okay, great. They were sent for the kitten as they thought I would be adopting it. No. An adoption is something legitimate. You weren't doing anything legitimate here, Chantal, and you know it. Words are important. But because we got told to return the kitten, we did that. And did you return the money? Because I still have yet to see my $2 super chat that I donated to you while you were, quote unquote, adopting the kitten. I have not seen that refunded to my Cash App. I haven't seen it yet. I then asked the people who gave the super chats if they wanted them back. I want mine back. I want mine back. $2. You can take out the 30% fee. I don't care. That's fine. But yeah, I'm asking for it back. I want it back. They said no. Yeah, no, not me. I'm saying I want it back. Do scammers offer money back? I would say if they feel that they are in danger of being imprisoned, fined thousands of Kuwaiti dinar, and prevented from leaving the country, yeah, you probably would. You'd probably throw it out there. Hey, do you want your money back? Scammer or not, okay? We received very few PayPal donations, which were used for the vet clinic. No, that is incorrect. And luckily, Chantal, I sniped your live stream the entire time. I was live for the whole thing. We saw everything. The PayPal that was rolling in, I don't believe that Salah had access to that while he was in that pharmacy, did he? Seemed like he probably used his own card, his own debit card or credit card, right? Or cash even. So I don't think the PayPal was actually used for that purpose. We will have the vet testify also. Well, that is all well and good if there was a vet. Where was the vet? Where was the vet? Where was the examination area? We saw Bruce, his sister, and his mother receive a legitimate veterinary exam that was organized and paid for by Paws Kuwait. At the vet. The vet was gowned up, had gloves on, the cat was on a sterile field. There were examinations done. I didn't see that. Chantal. I saw your boyfriend standing there, not knowing what he was getting himself into, and another guy on the other side of the counter. Did he even really look at the cat? I don't think so. And sold you some medicine. That's what I saw. And I have sent a screenshot of Salah holding the box of Clavamox, showing the camera. He's holding the medicine outside of the vet. I have sent that to Paws Kuwait. This is proof of them getting the medication. This is him in the moment. They have my information. They can reach out to me for anything that they want. Anything. So I don't think you have a vet that will testify unless you're going to bribe another vet, bribe a real vet. So none of the intentions were fraudulent. Here's another thing that I think your privilege is really showing here. Your privilege is enormous, and your audacity is even worse. Truly, your intentions don't matter at all. Number one, your intention, yourself, projecting here, I think your intention was to get a little bit of clout, to make a little money, to get another cute little kitty, since Julia, I guess, was no longer bringing in the super chats. And you wanted to look like an animal rescuer. There's a way to, you look like someone who's desperate. You look like a desperate person. That's all I saw. So that's what I feel your actual intention was. But even if you had good intentions, even if you went back to that park again and again and again and saw this kitten without anybody, without starving, truly starving, that cat looked fed to me, okay? Unfortunately, I have seen animals who were closer to the end of life, and they look nothing like that cat at all. But if that was your true intention, even then, it doesn't matter. Because you committed an illegal act. This is not Pause Kuwait feeling salty that you got a couple $100 for running out of the park with a kitten. I don't know why you continue to think this way. I think that your ego, must be your ego, can't allow you to actually accept what is happening here. You are being charged. You're about to be charged with a crime. A crime. So this countersuit stuff that you were talking about, yeah, no, they're not suing you, Chantal. No. The country of Kuwait is coming for you. You're not being sued. Your intentions don't matter at all. We received PayPal for the vet care and food. We went that night to do it. And what was it? It was 8 KD, you said? Isn't that what you said? It was 8 KD. Right. The vet said the cat wasn't going to live much longer. Oh, right. Oh, right. You said that the quote-unquote vet said that the kitten hadn't eaten since that morning. There's so many inconsistencies here. And, you are too wrapped up in your own ego protection. And you're just not that sharp. So you're really not able to keep everything consistent here. You've been the story's been changing a little bit here and there. Just so you're aware, it's very clear what you're doing. A kitten that had a meal, and I think that can be, to some degree, sussed out by a medical professional by checking for bowel sounds. I think that's how it would be done. But as was pointed out by another creator, there was no stethoscope. So, was the kitten like a seashell going up to that vet tech's ear, just kind of listening for the waves, listening for bowel sounds, listening to the lungs? Or was there any medical equipment involved at all? A cat that has eaten that morning is not on the brink of death. You actually said death's door. I guess you're very fortunate. You've never been in the situation to see a pet through all the way to the end. Because you give away your cats before that happens, don't you? Yeah. Or you put them back in the park. That's nice. Yeah. The vet said the cat wasn't going to live much longer. We didn't say that. We didn't hear the quote-unquote vet say it either. You or Salah could have recorded that. You could have went in and filmed it. That's what Pause Kuwait did. We can see the vet examine all the cats. That's transparency. The person was speaking in English, talking about what their findings were. You had your phone pointed through a glass window saying that you were falling all over. You were falling in love with Salah all over again because he's a new cat dad. We didn't see what was being done with your super chats that you received to care for this cat. We didn't see that. We saw you falling in love with Salah all over again. Oh, we didn't say the cat wasn't going to live much longer. A medical professional did. Did the medical professional happen to give Salah a business card so that we could check the credentials of this person? So Pause is going to start this huge investigation over like 15 KD. No, Chantal, Pause is not starting an investigation. They are gathering evidence. Evidence of your crime. And their attorney is turning that over to the public prosecutor in the criminal courts of Kuwait. They will do the investigation. 15 KD or 15 fills, it doesn't matter. You broke the law. They are cracking down, period, with no exceptions, including yourself. Which was used as we said it would be? No, it wasn't 15 KD. You said, are you guys going to help us? We'll take the kitten if you're going to help us. You didn't specify what you were going to do with that money. You didn't specify anything. And we really have no proof of you doing anything at all. Where is the fraudulent activity? You're a fraud in general. And according to Pause Kuwait, and that is a Kuwaiti national who filed that, you've been committing a crime ever since you stepped foot in Kuwait. So that seems like a big problem. I don't think it was just that day, Chantal. And luckily, you can't keep your mouth shut because you have such a need for attention that you live stream many hours of your day or you upload, all to make yourself look like a decent person, of you doing different things which may have been illegal. And had you researched a little bit about what you could do or not do, and maybe if you had even listened to your boyfriend, Salah, you probably could have avoided some of this. But because you do have such a troubled history on YouTube, where everyone has witnessed everything that you've done, you decided you needed to do some kind of public image overhaul. Look at me, I'm a good person. Send me money, I'll buy a bag of cat food and I'll go feed the cats. You've had that same bag of cat food for months now. What are you doing with it? This is such a joke. Also, it is not illegal to do YouTube content as a tourist in any country. I would recommend, Chantal, checking the local laws of any country that you travel to. You should also probably check the local laws of Thailand, because you also performed work in the country of Thailand on a tourist visa. You might want to check with them too. Maybe they want to file a criminal complaint for you too. You could be wanted in like 3 different countries by the time you're done. My goodness. If that were the case, explain travel vloggers. LOLOL. Okay, yeah. You want to talk about Johnny Somali? He's a travel vlogger. They call him a nuisance streamer. And if you don't happen to know who Johnny Somali is, check out Legal Mindset. He's a YouTube lawyer, considered part of LawTube. He's got a great channel. He constantly updates on Johnny Somali because Legal Mindset is, I'm not sure which country he's in, but he is currently in an Asian country and lives there most of the time. And he knows the culture, and he knows just how bad this is for him. And Johnny Somali also can't keep his mouth shut. Also, Kuwait police. I'm going to get to all of your super chats and your messages in a moment. I just want to get through some of this first. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Much appreciated. So travel vloggers. Yeah, Johnny Somali is a travel vlogger. Apparently, he has done so much that he could be facing life in jail. Life in prison in Thailand. Not in Thailand, in Korea, South Korea. Yikes. You really got to research, Chantal. Unprofessional pause is also right off accusing us of malintent with the donations. Again, your intention does not matter. My cabbages, exactly. Your intention doesn't matter here, Chantal. And they are not unprofessional. They are looking to raise the standard of animal rescue in the country of Kuwait by not allowing hacks and narcissists and scumbags like yourself pretending to be an animal rescuer. That's why they're coming for you. It doesn't matter what your intent was. I don't think it was good, but even if it was, doesn't matter. Asking, why was the mother not taken? Yeah, that is a very good question if you were so concerned. Maybe because the mother wasn't there at first. Chantal, this isn't you trying to get out of detention in junior high school, okay? You got to come with something a little bit better than that. Maybe the mother wasn't there at first. What? So you just took off with its baby? Okay. It is clear they just want to make this all for drama. And again, I would ask you, an organization that is run by volunteers, they don't have any donations sent to their personal accounts whatsoever. They go directly to the hospitals that are treating these animals to pay for the hospital bills. Why do they need drama? Don't you think they would have enough drama doing this type of work, especially on a volunteer basis? We will fight any criminal investigation. So you are acknowledging that you committed a crime and this is a criminal investigation because you kept saying that they were suing you and you were going to countersue. This is not a civil case, Chantal. They are not suing you. They are not suing you. They're gathering evidence for the public prosecutor to come for you, to charge you with a crime. He is expressing his disappointment in Chantal. We will fight any criminal investigation because I can assure you 15 KD of help money to help a cat from caring people is far from a scam ring. You don't have to be a scam ring, Chantal. You don't have to be. You have been soliciting donations for the last 2.5 years while being inside Kuwait. That's your crime. You don't have to be a whole ring of scammers. And for people saying, I buy food for myself, prove it. Oh, well, I mean, you've done that yourself. You've done that yourself, Chantal. Sponsor a meal for Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty can't afford groceries this week. If you want to watch me eat something disgusting, you got to pay for it. Or send me a cameo. We literally bought cat food and vet care the day we received the donations. We have proof for this. Prove it then, Chantal. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. I haven't seen any receipts. Did Salah get a receipt when he was at the vet pharmacy? Did he get a receipt from that guy? Did you get a receipt from the pet store? Did you? I haven't seen any. That could be very easy to post. We are well prepared. I don't want to make another post, but I clearly needed to since I literally have to write out word for word for the idiots outraging and getting excited at the thought of me being detained and thrown in jail over 15 KD. Chantal, you don't have to write out anything word for any reaction channel or any of your viewers. You need to defend yourself against the country of Kuwait, who will be criminally charging you. You don't need to tell us anything. You don't have to explain yourselves to us. You don't have to explain yourself to us. You have to defend yourself. I would suggest getting an attorney quickly. One of my dogs needs to go out. I will be right back.
MRT. You can come to the Lumpini Park by taking MRT. Hello guys, Oh yeah, I forgot to say something for the haters. A small message for the haters. I'm still in Thailand and you can all suck it, haters, okay? They think that I'm back to Kuwait. I will never leave my beautiful wife. I will stay with her until death. I will never leave my beautiful Chantal, like whatever the reason, or under any pressure. So, calm your tits, haters. You all suck it. And again, guys, I love the whole BEEZers.
Calm your tits, haters and members. This is why we have sports bras. It's in order to calm our tits. That is exactly why we have sports bras. That is right. That is why. Okay, you back in? Did you do everything? This little boy is just standing in the doorway. I'm like, come on. I gotta talk about a fugitive from justice. Okay, little boy? Can you do what you gotta do? Next up. We have a wonderful post from a BEEZer. And I mean, I'm so impressed with this particular BEEZer. They really went all out for Chantal. It's really something. Oh, actually, first, what I wanted to do, because Chantal references an article. So I wanted to show that as well. Okay. Let me just close the door so we don't get mosquitoes in. I'll be right back.
So what do you think about the weather here, baby?
It's hot. The captain was saying it's 30 degrees.
Especially at the night time.
Yeah, and the day it's like 40.
No, not that much. It's like 34 right now. MRT.
Okay, yeah, calm your tits. That's right. All right, so here's the article that Chantal was referring to. Like, even in the article, it said, okay. And I don't know where she got this from. Oh, it's Grok. Perfect, Chantal. I have added to Nightbot something that I feel is extremely important. I really do, all of the information that you guys are bringing to the table for the entire community. I feel like this is a group effort to get Chantal prosecuted and for her to face whatever she needs to face for her consequences. I think it's awesome how much of a group effort it has been. I feel like it's possible we could all really get organized and, we'll talk about that maybe another time. But this person is using, this is Chantal. Chantal's using Grok. This is an AI for Twitter. So I have just something going through Nightbot, just saying, you know what? We appreciate the information, but AI is not a reliable source for anything. I can't believe how many people are using the AI results in Google as a source. It's not a source. It's not. It's getting it from somewhere. Go to that place and get it. Get an actual source. I mean, this is not reliable information at all. But she doesn't have Twitter. Right. But it's from Grok. Yeah. So the question is, what's the penalty for taking donations for stray cats in Kuwait? Oh, that's very specific. Yeah. And the answer is, now this is what she posted. This is hers, okay? In Kuwait, soliciting or taking donations without proper authorization is illegal. Wait, was this from her? It may not have been, but let me read it anyway. Including for stray cat rescue efforts. A 2025 regulation enforces a blanket ban on all fundraising activities by individuals and entities. Because if she posted this, she's even dumber than I thought. Violating this ban can lead to fines, investigations, and referral to public prosecution. If deemed fraudulent, penalties under Article 240 of the Kuwaiti Penal Code for breach of trust may apply, including up to 3 years imprisonment and or a fine of up to 3,000 Kuwaiti dinar, which is approximately $9,800 US. Non-citizens caught soliciting donations without authorization may also face deportation, particularly if unlicensed, which of course she is. To avoid penalties, individuals can support stray cats by paying directly for vet care or supplies. Oh my God, did she post this? Or donating to registered animal charities like Kuwait Animal Aid. Right. Oh my God. Yikes. Okay, on to the BEEZE. Got an epic post from a supportive BEEZE, which, I mean, it's so epic. I have to share. It's really something. The BEEZErs are so special in all of the support that they give to their girl. They're really there for her with all of their excellent legal advice, like start deleting evidence. Yeah, that's good. You know, you could be charged with an additional crime, Chantal, of tampering with evidence. So, yeah. Why don't you do that? Okay. Look at this. Okay, this is from a BEEZE. Like, wow. I'm just going to go through, okay? Kuwait is full-on prejudiced against Americans and Canadians. What? What? The whole country is prejudiced against Americans and Canadians. Okay. I mean, okay. All right. They remind me of the mental BS Mexico plays. What? They all scam. And they all overcharge for products. They raise the price when they see us coming. What? It's 100% how they see us. And these people are seeing you as just as another easy money play. Okay. Yeah, no. Kuwait is an oil-rich nation, and any Kuwaiti national, a Kuwait citizen, which Salah is not, a Kuwaiti national born to Kuwaiti parents in the country of Kuwait. They're wealthy, okay? They're wealthy. They don't have to work even if they don't want to. Really. How are they looking to Chantal Marie Olive Soreau as a potential resource for money? For her to open her wallet? Really? They don't need her money, BEEZE. Please just pack a bag and dip. You're too alive to put up with all this horse crap. You're too alive. Yikes. I mean, this is getting so far out of hand, I can see the BS. Paz and Kuwait ought to be ashamed of themselves. I was raised by a woman who fled there. Okay, what? You were raised by a woman? Is this your mother? Or you were raised by a woman who fled there from Kuwait? Okay. And I trust her opinions of this and advice all the way. His is watching us all. Okay. This is getting blown way out of control. Since they won't stop, just pack a bag and leave and don't give them a single moment more. Your YOU''RE BEEZERs will help you get an apartment. Oh! You know, why don't you start sending her money while she's still in Kuwait for that apartment? Just get the F out of that rude, racist place. Wow. This whole thing is just embarrassing. You get out of there, go back to Canada, and go live. Or go live. It could be either one. And I bet you will get a ton of duper hard and donations for an apartment or hotel. Better to be safe than sorry. Just get out of there. I bet they are planning some BS to get you on something fast, just to get fines. Scam country. And since I know personally, they know exactly what I'm saying. I hope that you're taking advice from this person, Chantal. They really seem to know what they're talking about. How dare they insult God? I don't know where that's coming from. They do nothing for those animals, and we can see that by the strays still everywhere. Okay. Once an animal population gets out of control, I would imagine it's extremely hard to get it under control when there is no spay or neuter trap and release program. There may be. I haven't found one yet. That would be very difficult. Bet I get some organizing here from real rescue foundations to start going after paws after this. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. You're gonna recruit animal rescues to go after paws. Okay. Watch me. Watch me show all the people I work with for the last 35 years. Shame on you, paws. I'll be sharing this with my people at Humane Society and APL tomorrow. Bet me. Bet me, paws. Because I really do dedicate tons of effort, time, and money to rescuing, rehabilitation. It says rehabilitation. And forever placement. By the way, you stupid vets missed a highly contagious fungal infection in those cats. Talk about stupid. Yeah, I actually can't wait to show my friend this BS. Just get out of there, Chantal. Don't rush anything with these scam artists. How absolutely embarrassing they try to target you when all we see is videos of their so-called organization's complete lack of progress. Strays literally all over the place, everywhere you go in the background of your videos. Absolute scam liars. God will humble them. Watch. Run, girl. Just run. Brought to you by True Foodie Beauty. Apparently a pretty upstanding BEEZE. Wow. Wow. That's really something. That's something. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh. Hopefully she takes their advice. Just pack a bag and dip. Okay. Unless you're held at the airport, that could be a problem. That could be a problem, yes. Okay, wow. Let's get to you guys. Oh my God, it's been an hour and, oh my God. I've been talking for that long? Wow, okay. I'm so glad to see all of you here. All right. This whole community coming together to get some justice for all the animals that Chantal has affected in her lifetime. God willing, it all comes together. I truly hope. I'm just refreshing her channel quickly just to make sure we're not missing anything. I think most of us have been refreshing all day long. And it's being said that she is deleting or privating some of her videos. I'm just going to check Social Blade real quick to see if that is showing up. Because with Playboard, you can only go back so far before you have to pay for a membership. And I don't have a paid membership at this time. So let's see. It's not reflecting yet on Social Blade that she has privated any videos, but possibly tomorrow. If she's been doing that today, it will show tomorrow. It'll show negative views for today. Okay. So Iron Chef, thank you for the super sticker. Cats for Nelson has been an Owlette for a month. Hey, Nestie Besties, has Foodie Beauty posted? No, she has not. But, last night there was a flurry of community tab posts. That was just fast. I mean, that was really something. Her fingers were flying. Specs Appeal, thank you for the kitty cat super sticker. Thank you. Liz Lucas, while in this stream, a Watch Mojo video called 50 Dumbest Criminals Ever popped up among all the foodie videos suggested. Can't make this up. I know, really. And try searching for Foodie Beauty's channel. It's difficult to find. And I think Reverend Jason was correct that I think her channel has been shadow banned. It must be. It is difficult to find her channel. I have to type in the @ Foodie the Beauty to get her channel to show up in the results. That's crazy. Specs Appeal, welcome to Owlette. Hello, welcome. White Bird, can we send this dear soul an edible basket? Of course. Why not? What kind of edible, though? Just Jamie, she cannot wrap her brain around people doing good deeds to help others without any personal benefit. She is projecting hard. Yes, she certainly is. Yeah, that is, it's really something, her way of thinking. Very dumb. Ali Dottie, guys, Chantal is legit, okay? She keeps her fundraising license next to her fake marriage certificate. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's right there. I'm sure both are framed on the door. Yeah. Thanks for the educational content, AYS. Thank you. Thank you for being interested, and thank you for hanging out. Texas Mama says planned addict behavior. They had a crate in the car. They did not. That's something that's been going around. We watched the stream a couple of times. I have the entire stream. Unfortunately, I cursed an awful lot through it. I'm a little bit embarrassed by that now. I was just so angry that she was taking that kitten. And they said several times that they have to go get the crate. They have to go get it. And they went back to the apartment building and parked outside while Salah went upstairs to get it. And then they put the cat in the crate. So, but it could be planned for sure. As a rescuer and animal lover, you can see no animal wants to be near her. It's so true. If you have animals that you love, they love you, like you just have that bond with animals, it's very clear to see that no animal that comes into contact with Chantal wants anything to do with her, including Buster. Including, a dog that you lived with, your family's dog hates you too. That's an issue. Kitty, appreciate your perspective on the... Okay, thank you. Poison Petty 4, hey, nice to see you. I want my $2, Better Off Dead, 1985. Here's $5. Hope you and Nesties are having a great evening. Thank you, Poison Petty 4. It's awesome to see you. Elaine Gray says, if the cat was on death's door, wouldn't you keep it at least overnight and make sure it was going to live and not dump it back in the park? Yes. I would think so. And people who have been in that type of situation, you've stayed awake all night with that animal to make sure they were okay. I remember when my girl, she's passed away now, when she was spayed, I was living somewhere else, and I blew up a blow-up mattress and slept next to her where she was, just in case she woke up in pain. And she was, she was young. She was a year and a half old maybe. And just not wanting her to wake up and be in pain, that I could be right there to know if she was. If you have been awake all night with an animal who is sick or healing from something or in bad shape, you know. You're definitely not going to dump it off and leave it someplace and be like, good luck, kitty cat. Not if you truly care about animals. No, whether it's your animal or not. Ari T. If Salah said they found an abandoned kitten all alone, of course the pharmacist will say it's a good thing you found it when you did. Not because it was sick, but because a kitten will not survive on its own. And I think, too, that is a good point, Ari T. And I think also someone who is encouraging animal rescue and animal welfare in that country, I would want to encourage anyone also who appears at least to have good thoughts about animals and that they are worthy of getting them medical treatment and help and having a better life. I don't blame whoever that was for saying something to that effect, but I think you're right. I don't think it was, oh, this kitten would be deceased tomorrow. Absolutely not. I mean, the cat was running around chasing another cat, potentially its mother. Tail was up, struggling to get away from her. That cat was pretty strong. Pretty strong. Definitely some issues. All street animals have issues. Liz Lucas, Chantal may end up seeing the inside of a jail cell before her red flag man sees his again after all these years. The irony is not lost. You hang out with criminals enough, you're gonna be held accountable for being a criminal yourself. You're just attracting that vibe. Truly. Kuwait police, we just want to BEEZE as well, Chantal. Just let us BEEZE, okay? You're right, Kuwait police. You're right. Maeve, thank you so much for gifting 5 Are You Serious memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you. Thank you. If you're a brand new member today, whether you joined yourself or if you received a gifted membership, check out your welcome video. It's your official welcome to the Are You Serious channel. It's a little video just for you. It's a couple seconds long. You can go watch it and come right back. Welcome. Thank you, Maeve. Liz Lucas says Chantal is the prime example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I mean, truly. Thinks she is smarter than what she is and more than everyone around her. Delusional, 100%, yes. And if you're unfamiliar with the Dunning-Kruger effect, it's basically when you know not much about a topic, but you feel like you know enough that you've got it covered, that you know everything there is to know about that topic. Yet, as you start to actually learn more about a subject, you realize how much you don't know. And she can know the very surface level of something and thinks, yeah, that's all I need to know. I got it. Mm-hmm. Elevator Jin, how do I get a cult of BEEZers to pay my mortgage? Gain 550 pounds. Get fast food every day. Set up a camera. And gorge yourself and yell at people and block people who pay you. I think that's how you do it. I mean, that appears to be working for her. B Breeze, thank you so much for being an Owlette for 6 months. She said we're sharing a brain cell projecting. Yeah, no. It's truly baffling, the BEEZers who are baffled. They're baffled. I'm baffled that they're baffled. How do you... I'm sorry. What? I mean, you guys know. How do you see this as something good and how Chantal, the animal, the patron saint of all animals, is being persecuted for doing a good deed? Like, really? Do you really see it that way? Kuwaiti prison warden. Wow. De Palma is spouting slurs. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I have not been able to check the chat. Thank you for that. Yeah. Let's do this. Let me just do this. You have to be subscribed for a while. Okay. So anyone who subscribed to come in here to do some BS, you have to come back another time. Let's go into the chat. Thank you for noticing that. We do have quite a few people here, 1,400. So that is to be expected. If you would like to volunteer to moderate for tonight only, please raise your hand and I will gladly mod you to take care of any of that nonsense. It is a big group today. We got a lot going on, for sure. And yes, there is a ton of rumors. Okay, Just Jamie. Just Jamie is a trusted mod for many channels. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't even know. I don't even have to tell you how to mod. You got it. Thank you so much. If you have to go, if you have to do something, it's totally fine. Okay. Don't feel pressured to stare at the chat and stay here. Have a life, you know? Yeah. Hey, Worschneffer. It's awesome to see you. Sarah Philly Rose says, I canceled family events because my cat was sick. I mean, same. I've hand-fed a sick cat kitty sops. It's a privilege to care for them. Their love is worth it. I feel like if you take on the responsibility of an animal, it's like you're a steward for that animal. You're not a pet owner. You are their steward. You are responsible for them in every way, right up until their last day. And, I've talked to some people. I've unfortunately had to carry my pets through their last day and figuring out when that day was. You do know when it comes. That day becomes very clear to you when it's time. And I've had, people talk to me about that, like, oh, I'm going to feel so bad. And I feel, of course, you're going to feel bad. But I feel like we have, and this is part of my belief in general, that God has entrusted these animals to our care. They're not here for our entertainment and to be here for us. We are more here for them than they are here for us. We owe them the best throughout their entire life, up until that time. And I feel that God has given me the privilege of caring of these dogs coming into my life, for being in my life still so many years later. And when that time does happen, I feel that is also part of me being here for them and making that time as painless and as easy as possible. And of course, it is the hardest thing for us to do, and we're left. But I feel like that's part of it. And leaving a sick animal that you once agreed to take care of, leaving it behind, no matter what she has to say about that, it takes a certain kind of sociopath. And we have discussed psychopathy in Gore World, and we have discussed the 2 types of antisocial personality disorder. There are 2 types, psychopathy and sociopathy. We've gone through that. It's in the members only. We have gone through that in depth, and it will become clear to you. We compare them. It becomes very clear she's a sociopath. Very clear. Only a sociopath can do that. Put what you believe to be a cat that is on its last hours, you just throw it back in the park. Okay. Yeah. Rumor is Salah's dad had to step down from his job. Yeah. I'm not really into the rumors. Read that super chat, Darkest Coven. Oh, Maeve just gifted another 5 Are You Serious memberships. My goodness, thank you, Maeve. Thank you so much. Let's see. Vicky White received one of those. One Stressed Mommy, Salva, Jessica, and Lavender Tea. Welcome to the nest. Welcome. And Maeve, thank you so much. Thank you. And if I just read your name, and if you are here right now, please give Maeve a big shout out in the chat. She just gave you a free 30-day membership. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Ours had bladder stone, says Duping Delight. They operated and it didn't work for him. Lost him the next day to make sure he wasn't suffering. It was so sad. Not at a pen. Oh, it's awful. It's one of the worst types of losses, and I believe that is the case because pets are pets. These animals don't judge us. It's uncomplicated grief. That's why it's so hard. You lose a parent, a sibling, a grandparent. There's always going to be complications in grieving because you have good and bad feelings. You had, You've had a lifetime with a person who was also a human. But these animals that we have the privilege of caring for, they love us no matter what. It's so hard. It's so hard. By the way, if you are dealing with that currently, if you are about to deal with that, in every single description in all of my videos and in my live streams, there is a link to pet loss support groups. It is free. You have to sign up in advance because they fill up quickly, but it's done via Zoom. And there are 2 different groups. One for anticipatory loss, like you know it's coming. And you don't really want to be sitting around with a bunch of people who have already been through it. You're it's about to happen. And the other one is for it has already happened. And even if you don't want to go on camera or talk or anything, just being around people who see animals in the same way that you do, that know that this just wasn't a cat, just wasn't a dog, wasn't just a fish. I grieved hard for my fish that I brought with me to Egypt. It was awful. I mean, I tell myself now, Fishy was a world traveler. I mean, we got stopped by Interpol, me and Fishy, in Paris. Okay? I got a history of this, okay? So, okay? Okay. De Palma is, where is this person? De Palma, realistic art. Chantal is a vile monster. Yes, I agree. Let's see what else you got to say here. Chantal's a vile monster. Why are you so bitching about me calling her what she is? Oh, you got a bunch of held messages. Okay. Salah, is the pimp going down? The more insulting and defiant they become, the worse it will be for them. This could very easily become an international scandal. When authorities are done digging her dirt out, Chantal is going to grow old in prison. Okay. No more mukbang or dicks for Chantal. Do you mean eggplant? Nothing but smelly. Okay. She's going to grow balls in prison. No more dicks for Chantal. Infection. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't go for that. Yeah, no. Everyone's welcome in the nest. I truly don't care about somebody's beliefs at all. I don't care about someone's belief. And we definitely don't care about orientation. Yeah, they're getting blocked completely. Just because of the terms that you use, you got a little bit out of control with some of those, I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you understand. The nest is a nice place for people to come. I mean, we have discussions. We get a little feisty, but we don't get hostile with one another. So some of those terms are hostile. Okay. I'm sure you understand. There's other chats you can do that in. Salty Blonde, thank you. I appreciate and admire your love for animals, and God, thank you for being you, a classy gal. Thank you, Salty Blonde. Thank you so much. Thank you. You lost your dog 2 years ago at the young age of 18. He was blind and deaf when I adopted him and still cry over him to this day. I totally get it, Lorianne. I totally get it. I do. Yeah, I mean, we're respectful to one another. We can hate on Chantal and her animal neglecting, abusing ways without attacking each other. I mean, when you start the name calling, you could be inadvertently insulting someone in the chat. And that's where I draw the line. We can say all kinds of things to Chantal. All kinds. I don't like to body shame though, because it's not about that. It's not about that at all. She could be 120 pounds and I'd still be saying the same thing about her. I don't care what she looks like or what she weighs, truly. That's why I always say she's 450. She's 450. I don't care what the scale said. I don't care. She's 450. She'll always be 450 to me. Even when she's 650, I'll probably still say she's 450. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Maeve, I totally agree. As a scientist, I love this for facts, but as a human, I love this for connections. Yes, it's huge. It's huge. 100%. Yes. Oh, yeah. Cassafras, when my guinea pig passed away, I came across the quote, "Grief is love with no place to go," and it resonated. Yeah. Yeah. Bullet. Yep. Cassafras lost Bullet, her guinea pig, earlier this year. So sorry for your loss, Cassafras. It's awful. It's really awful. You've been to the vet twice in 5 days, Marlena. Oh, I hope everything's okay. I know, it's so rough. You had to take your dog, Elaine. Your boyfriend couldn't do it. You almost turned around and came back home. Oh, it's bad. It's awful. It is. I feel like that's our last moment to give them, you know, we've been with them through everything, and I feel like it's our responsibility, and it's for us to be there with them. I know how awful it is. Adriana says, as a proud owner of a boy cat, I'm offended that she was disgusted that Bruce is a male cat. Agreed. Yes. They are family. You can't tell me that these guys, I mean, let me tell you, you'll never hear me say, I gave away my dogs for you. Never. Who does that? Annie Bo says, I think it's more likely that Celeste's dad knows lawyers and will spend to save his own good name in spite of his loser son. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep. Yeah. She is sociopathic, yes. 100%. Oh, don't worry about it, just Jamie. That's okay. I wanted to read. No, you know how you can look at the channel, like their history? I just went through their entire history. And it was okay at first, and then like, oh, we have devolved quickly, haven't we, De Palma? Thus spoke Hecate. Thank you so much. Message retracted. Okay. Well, thanks, I guess. Thank you. Or not. I don't know. Your vet made a plaster paw plaque. That's awesome. Who's ready for pee? Lord Baroque. Lord Baroque has been obsessed with giving urine facts in the chat. Do what you gotta do. So what about the sensitive areas she filmed, Whitebird? That is a very good question. I think we all know of some sensitive buildings and areas that she has filmed. It is illegal, and I am happy to hear that she is interested in also bringing that to the prosecution. Yeah, you can't film oil fields, of course. You can't film government buildings. There's a lot. A lot of us have learned a lot about Kuwaiti law in the past 2.5 years and have detailed all of the things that Chantal has done. I think what's important, and I posted this on Twitter, I don't think I've had a chance to post it yet on YouTube, but if you are in contact or thinking about contacting POS Kuwait, they need actual evidence. Proof. A clip with the original link and a timestamp. If you're writing long novels about everything Chantal has done wrong with no evidence, I'm sorry to say it, but it is probably a waste of time. You can't bring a monologue of how bad of a person she is. This is a court of law. This is a criminal prosecution. It has to be very succinct. What laws has she broken? And the proof of that. Not just, oh, she filmed in a cemetery. Get the clip. Send it. The actual clip. Thank you, Just Jamie. Exactly, Just Jamie. Don't send them huge live streams or stuff with no context. You're wasting their time. For real. if they do have a limited amount of time to bring this case against Chantal, if she hasn't left yet, don't bog them down with all of this stuff that, like, okay, yeah, it may be illegal. She may have done it, but they need evidence. It's a court of law. If you are going to give a link to a live stream, give the exact timestamp. I mean, the exact, not, oh, it's around this time, and tell them exactly what they will be looking for. At 2 hours, 27 minutes, 37 seconds, she's filming in a government hospital. Don't make them just go through, no one has time for that. Truly. If you really want to get her, you got to be super specific. Someone made a video with all the illegal locations Chantal filmed with a quick clip. If they're also providing the links, the YouTube links and the timestamps along with those, like you can find, this particular clip is here. This clip is here. Like, make it's a court of law. Don't, a compilation, it's okay. It's easy for them to look at, but also back it up with the real meat of it so they can pull it up in court. Evidence standards might be different there. Also, Pause is asking for a deleted live stream. They need the whole stream, though. Which live stream are they looking for? I just see people just writing out a novel about, you need evidence. You got to be able to provide something. Honestly, who knows where our girl is right now? Only time will tell. But the way she was popping off in her community tab, tell me she ain't in Kuwait, but I don't know. That's the thing. I saw someone, I think it was Charlie Gold on Twitter, said, we don't know for sure that Chantal's in Canada. Is she? Probably. Who knows, right? Who knows? But if we're just saying, right, 100% she's in Canada, okay, then are they really going to rush to bring the case? Are they really going to rush to charge her if they think she's already gone? What if she's not? We don't know that. We don't know that 100%. Until she goes live and we see her sitting in her car and there's snow. It's May. There's no snow. It's June. There's no snow. But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wow, she's in Ottawa. Until that happens, we don't know. She could be under a VPN. She could be, sounds smart for her, but Salah could have said, get under a VPN. Have it look like you're in Switzerland or something. And she could still be right there in that apartment. She could still be right there. And if we're telling Pause Kuwait, oh, she already left, she already fled to Canada, they're going to be like, oh, well, I guess we'll go after the husband. What if she's sitting right there? What if she's still right there? Don't put them off when we don't really know. And you could say, oh, we've known Chantal forever. Okay, fine. But we're talking about a legal criminal case. Let them go get her. Let them go knock on her door and have her not answer or whatever. But what if she is there? Cuff her and take her. Why would you put that in jeopardy? Cuff her. Don't just say, oh, she already left. We don't know that. There's such a thing as too much info. They will find what they need. Exactly, just Jamie. Yep, 100%. Call DoorDash. Talibat, honestly, they could go to Talibat. A police officer, okay. A police officer, Kuwaiti police, like an officer, could go to Talibat headquarters and be like, we need the history of deliveries to this address. And if she got deliveries today, she's there. Check to see what the food was. Was Burger King ordered in the last 24 hours? How about Hardee's? Then she's there. She's there. Arrive as a food delivery and she'll answer the door. Yep. Knock, knock, knock. Talibat. £500 can only hide for so long. Exactly. Yeah, they can check Susie Q, 1964. Absolutely. Yeah, they can check to see if she went through the airport and left. Yeah, they can. Fugitive foodie won't ever stop ordering fast food. True. But if she drove someplace, then the airport's not going to have a record of that, and she could be somewhere. I don't know. She'd still have to show her passport though, even in a car, but I don't know. The airport's not going to have that. If they have an arrest warrant, they can kick her door in if they think she's at home. I don't know how that works in Kuwait. I don't know. Every place is a little bit different. Are there border checks? Well, if she's crossing over into another country, she would have to show her passport, just like you would at the airport. You'd still have to. Yikes, Halloweeny, fast food workers possibly celebrating in Kuwait. Oh my God. Can you imagine? They're like, finally, she's out. Thank you, Halloweeny. Quick visa hop? Could be. It could be, duck off. Maybe she went to Qatar for a couple of days and she's back. Maybe she got in her Doha, Qatar hotel, and started mouthing off. And she's back on the plane to get into Kuwait again. Who knows? And she hasn't been formally charged yet. All of this stuff from the attorney has gone to the public prosecutor, but we don't know yet if the charges have actually, like an arrest warrant has been issued, if that's what they do there. We don't know that. Teardrop is in the fetal position right about now. She definitely is. Rocking back and forth. Oh, Chantal. Yes, as we have found out today, laws are very different in other countries. We take for granted U.S. freedoms. Yes. Yep. You think she's still there, duping Delight? She would have gone live from her vehicle rental otherwise. Possibly, yeah. I can't imagine her being in Canada and not live streaming. Like, she can leave her mother's place. Even if she's not going to go for a walk, let's be real, but she could go someplace and live stream, but she hasn't. Why? If she thinks she's so safe in Canada, why isn't she live streaming? Okay, the family doesn't want her to do it from where they are. She could leave. She can go someplace and live stream. It doesn't matter. She can, let's be open-minded, okay? She could take an Uber or something. She could call a taxi. Go drop me off at the McDonald's. I'm going to stay there for the whole day and use their free Wi-Fi and order food all day. She could do that. Doesn't matter if she doesn't have the Kia. She can still leave the house. This is the first time in years pretty much anything could be happening, and to be honest, I'm all for it. Me too, Thunder Rain. Me too. You think she knows the trolls will bombard her with the truth? Oh, she'll have to shut the chat off. She won't even be able to have the live chat going. She'll just have to say what she wants to say, and I don't know. But she needs the chat for content, so I don't know. I hope I'm home and available when she does go live, though. Let me tell you that. Too much work to walk and talk. Right. She can't. Yeah, members only chats. Well, some will join her membership just to get in there and tell her off. Remember last time she went to Canada and the deal between her and Salah was no streaming. Then she streamed and he got mad and mentioned divorce and she ran back home New Year's. Ugh, so pathetic. Hopefully she'll do a public live with the members only chat. I hope so. Avatar rant with members only. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, she probably won't go on camera. Yeah. Yep. Do we get upgraded badges for Interpol? We should. You're leaning towards she's still in Kuwait. If she was in Canada, she would go live with Peach in somewhere. You mean with Pete's, maybe? That's what I'm, we can't assume she's there. We can't. I get it, though. I get why it's reasonable to think that she's there. And ordinarily, I'd be like, yeah, she probably is. Like, she was talking about some old song and laughing. I mean, yeah, it seemed like she was high. Absolutely. 100%. And if all of this wasn't going on, I'd probably say, yeah, she's probably there. We're just waiting for her to go live anytime now. But I don't want to say that. Not yet. Abby, she could be in Thailand. Yes. She could. You think she's at a hotel in Kuwait to see how things will play out? She would not want us to know if she was really in Canada. That's true, Salty Blonde. Yep. Did you see Perfectly Imperfect's community post for Foodie and the racist comment too was had the same word misspelled the same way? What word was that? Her BEEZers are having withdrawals right now. They really are. I'm sure. Maybe he cut the internet on her. If he was smart, yeah, pull the router. Pull it. I'm just refreshing her stuff. She also managed to gain an additional 1,000 subscribers. She's at 107,000 subscribers now. Organization was spelled the British way. Yeah. So yeah, with the S, it's not an incorrect spelling. It's a British spelling, British English. So a lot of people who don't use American English will spell it that way. So it doesn't really narrow anybody down. Yeah, the UK, Canada, anyone with British English, Australia. Yeah. And they call it Z, not even Z. What if they took all her devices? Who? Like, who? She was speaking a lot about Qatar. Maybe they had tickets to leave, say, this week, but change dates. Could be, yeah. Irish, yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it too early to order cheeseburgers? Never, Gensha hater, never. Hey, Cocoa Pops, how are you? The authorities for the investigation? If she's still in Kuwait, seizing her devices? Oh, I see what you're saying. I would think so. I would think so. All the evidence would be there, right? Because what if she filmed stuff and never uploaded it? Like, I used to have all kinds of footage that I never put into a video. So, yeah, all that stuff could still be on her phone. Yep. Yep. Yeah, access. And now Kuwait is oppressive, and so is Salah. Of course. Of course. We knew that was going to happen. She is hiding and quiet. That says Kuwait to me, says Iron Chef. I'm sure you're right. Yeah, Patricia. Also color and COLOR and COLOUR. Yes, same thing. Yep. Mesmerized by all the things going on. There's a lot, huh? You want to know who Strawberries really is? I think a lot of people know who she is. She's just you can call her a buddy troll as far as I'm concerned. She's a BEEZer. Because she has given money to Chantal. At that point, you're just a super fan. If you're paying Chantal, you're a super fan. For real. If you're buying cameos from Chantal, you're a fan, not a troll. Please. Canada doesn't extradite to Kuwait. I thought they did, but I don't think this is extraditable charge. But I'd die if Foodie Beauty's situation became a proper international incident. She's not important enough, but the jokes. Oh, yes, the jokes. The jokes. If anyone ever confiscates my phone, they're going to think we got to help this lady. All she has is her kids and a dog, yeah. Yeah, you're right, McGuency. I did pay her $2 to say boycott Foodie Beauty animal abuser. I did. But I want it back, Chantal. I want it back. Yeah, that's true. I did. Please let us never hear Crazy Frog again, Summer Cats. Yes. Yes. I don't know what would be extradition worthy. Like, I don't know Kuwait law. I don't. Like a lot of people saying this and that and this and that. Well, if you don't know Kuwait law, you can't really say. You can't assume that any country is like yours when it comes to this type of thing. You cannot assume that. How will they split the Casio keyboard? Oh, they're gonna have to have a custody battle over that, I think. I want to know what's happening with Julia, though. Like, what are we gonna do about Julia? Do we have a Nestie in Kuwait? For real? Poor little Julia. I mean, really. What if Chantal's gone? Salah is whatever, right? Like, we need to know what's happening with Julia. That is a must. We have to know. Yeah. Magwencia, yeah, according to Wikipedia. See, I can't, we need sources. We need legitimate sources. And I know they're not easy to find. That's the thing. They're not easy to find. But I'd rather just deal with, like verifiable facts. Because, I mean, we can go way off base and into a totally different direction that may not even be reality. And I don't want to do that. Paz will take care of Julia. How are they going to know, though, to get her? Didn't Paz say they were going to try and find out about Julia? I don't know. Chantal and Salah will use Wasta to get out of trouble. Nadia, I don't think Wasta's going to work in this case. I think it's too serious and it's too public. Wasta can be effective if everything is kind of on the hush-hush. And someone makes a phone call, depending on what type of Wasta you have. Someone makes a phone call, someone slides over a little bit of money. You can't, now that like the whole world is aware of what's happening, literally. I mean, I'm pretty sure Gore World is covered in pretty much every country except for North Korea. We all know about it. You can't get out of it now with Wasta, I don't think. He can have Wasta still. His father can have Wasta, even in Kuwait, being Syrian. I don't think that's an issue. Wasta is not... It can be complicated. I mean, I've been a beneficiary of Wasta, and I'm American, so I don't think that really matters. Yeah, oh hell no. I haven't seen that, and I don't know for sure. So I'm not gonna run with that. Alec, I don't know. Since Salah is a Syrian refugee, could Kuwait deport him if he is charged? I don't know. That's very serious. Why are people saying his dad took a leave of absence from work? Like, for what reason? How do we know that? How do we know that? Who's saying that? Abby, have a great night. Like, how do we know that? Is it just something that's being repeated in different chats? Why would he take a leave of absence? Okay. It's just be true. It's a rumor. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. People have been randomly saying it in people's chats and spread everywhere. I don't like that. I don't like that. People need to be asking for evidence. Like, how do we know that? And if we can't find out, if we don't have a legitimate source for that, then why do we keep repeating it? Facts only vibe on this channel. Yeah, cat feathers. And we do speculate from time to time, but we make it clear that we are. Like, in my opinion, I'm speculating, but maybe this, or I think that. It's very, it's very important to be clear about we know this. Or maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Yeah. Because this is something, all of the rumor mill and all of the speculation, what's her name? smear drop on Twitter. It was saying like that's not helping them. It's not helping. Yeah, we're not going to give a LinkedIn page for his father. He's not a YouTuber, and we don't dox here. There are websites you can go to find that information if you really want to look at it yourself. Celeste's list of answers regarding the Bruce situation. Where are those, Fairy Nymph? Huh. You form your opinions based on concrete data, Poltergeisha? I mean, that's smart. Smart. And I think also when you come here and I'm saying something like this is for real, then you know it's really for real, you know? So I think it's important to have credibility. I know what you're saying, oh hell no, I get that. I've heard this before. I understand. I'm not doubting that it has been verified, that it was in the chat, that this has been said, that has been said. I have just been, I've seen a lot on YouTube. I've seen a lot. And I'm not saying that anyone's making anything up or trolling necessarily, but I've been fooled myself, you know? You saw someone in a Discord post a comment that they were looking for her and she fled to the airport that night and it had zero factual value. Yeah. Oh, where's Schnever? Let's ask the important question. Where is Allah in all of this? Yes, he's got to have something to say. At least, when we criminally charge somebody, they have done the crime. At least. At least. Let me get Allah for us. We haven't heard from him in a little bit today. Not at all. Anyone can say anything with their air fryer? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know? Don't be reckless with the air fryers.
At least we don't use the air fryer for frozen.
What happened to my at least?
We don't use the air fryer for frozen food always.
Exactly.
For what? I jealous from Salah.
Yes.
At least when he come eat the food she cook, not I buy from the restaurant always.
Yes.
At least we don't use the air fryer for frozen food always.
Exactly.
At least my wife take shower alone and she can enter the bathroom. Not I go clean.
Not I go clean. My wife, she can take a shower by herself. She doesn't need my help. Yes. Not I go clean. Not I go clean. Yes. At least we are not taking photos of oil fields and stealing kittens always. Exactly, Lexi Lime. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Poltergeisha. That means a lot. Thank you. Fairy Nymph, like, where's the source, though? Like, where is that coming from? Celeste's list of answers? Like, where's that coming from? I don't, I'm being tagged a lot today, so. That doesn't look to me like a question answer type thing. I'll have to look at it a little bit more later, I guess. JJ says everyone steals kittens, Flop. It's Kuwait. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Everybody cooks fish here, Flop. It's Kuwait.
Everybody cooks fish here, Flop. It's Kuwait. That's right.
I gave my cats away for you.
Dumbass.
I'm 39, I'm diabetic, and I'm not into weird fetishes anymore.
That's right. I'm not into weird fetishes anymore. I don't want anyone shitting on my chest.
most things I do in life are just half-assed. And you know what? If at least it's something.
At least it's something. At least it's something. It might be half-assed, but at least it's something. Thank you, Love for Life. Thank you. Has Paws reported the rampant fork usage? That is not within Paws jurisdiction. That is within a totally separate ministry of forks and utensils. And I am working with them very closely on the fork incidents. Very closely. And as you know, forks are not taken lightly there at all. She better be careful. Because the illegal fork usage, I mean, she has not adhered to local laws regarding forks, and she never has. It's like she's throwing the forks in their faces. And that is not smart. That is not smart. Like, what is she thinking? What is she thinking? She forked around and found out. And here are all the forks that have been confiscated over time. I've tried to swoop in and rescue some. You can see that some have fallen. Just Jamie says, only facts matter now, so any speculation is just muddying the waters. Exactly, Just Jamie. We all want her to feel justice, so let the facts speak for themselves. Yeah, she's done enough illegal things that are provable. Yeah, we don't need to be talking about, I don't know, like, what is really being said out there. But I've been seeing a lot of, novels being written. Like that letter. Remember that letter we read together from that weirdo? Oh my God. It was like a novel. They had all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Talking about the guy that she had sex with on the rock for a Whopper. It's like, that was years ago. What are you talking about? Like Whopper prostitution? She can't be charged for that in Kuwait. Why don't you relax a little bit? Let's just go after what we can prove here. Like, that's what I'm afraid this is kind of turning into. Like, okay, we got it. That's what I'm saying. That's where I feel like it's starting to head, No, they didn't go to the park with the cat carrier. Absolutely not. We've watched it twice. No, they didn't. They didn't have it with them. No. Sometimes people make stuff up to make the story sound better and like, okay, if that's what they want to do, but it really skews the reality. Like, the reality is they said it many times. You have to go get the cage. They kept calling it the cage. We have to go get the cage, put the cat in the cage. He went upstairs. She was in the car with the cat. They put the cat in the cage and they went to the vet pharmacy. They said it many times. So, yeah, Natural Born Collector, you were here live for that. Yeah. So I don't even know how those things get misconstrued. It was very clear. Yeah, it's frustrating because to see people spreading rumors because it invalidates our real claims. And it makes Chantal look better than us. She's like, look at these haters. We had the cage. And she did. We didn't have the cage and she didn't. So she's like, they'll make up anything. And then the Beezers are like, oh yeah, they're lying. Yeah. Whopper prostitution. I'm saying, that's a real addiction. She will eventually suddenly become bedbound to avoid extradition. Trailer park trophy wife. I can't go back. I heard something today about honor killing. Like Chantal's going to be dragged out in the desert and murdered. For fuck's sake. Can we get a grip here? Estoy un puto de chisme. None of us could have ever guessed a kitten would take her down, right? I mean, if that is not justice, huh? Real justice. Will a Whopper and a cup of Santa Fe sauce bring her out of hiding? Probably. If it's an air-conditioned room waiting for her, yes. Yes, 100%. Is her channel still up? Yes, it is. Yeah, I've been refreshing it while we're here together. Just to be, I've been ready. I had a lot going on today, but I've had open on my laptop OBS. I had a live stream created for when she went live, I was ready. Like, I'm sniping in 2 seconds. I'm ready. I don't have to set up anything. She's forking effed. Yeah, she's forking effed. Mm-hmm. Will she send him letters in prison? They probably won't deliver them. I don't know if you have those kind of rights there. Send her a promise of both to her PayPal. Oh, yes. She's forked in the head 100%. Yeah. What is she thinking? What is she thinking? She's so brazen. And just like Paz Kuwait said, it's like no one is above the law here. Nobody. Just because you're Canadian and you think you have a face card, no. No, you're not. You don't have a face card, number one. The one that you did have declined several times, even for a coffee. Your face card can't buy anything. Nothing. Nothing at all. And what I would recommend to her, okay, is to use one of her very own slogans. One, and it's actually part of her merch. If you are looking for Chantal merch before her imminent arrest, now might be the time. But I would tell her to go with her own advice here, and that would be shush, shh. I said shh, shh. Be quiet, Chantal. Quiet, or not, whatever. Just spread the rumor that BK is bringing back Nashies in Kuwait. She'll be right in the drive-thru with the police there waiting. KO'd by Bruce the Kitten. Yes. R2D2, anything else new? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. Nothing major, at least, that I have seen. Yeah, I don't think so. I think now it's like the gathering of evidence. What if she got a cameo? Oh, let's see when she last did a cameo. Let's check that. Yeah, because I think it says like when she was last active or something like that. Let's check. Yeah, that would be interesting. Oh, they have Father's Day deals if you want a cameo. From Foodie Beauty. Let's see. Book a personal video for $20. Let me bring it up on the screen so we can look at it together. It's a group activity. $20. Didn't they used to be more than that? I forget. Maybe not. It's been a while. I do have a lot of her cameos on my channel because she was leaving them public for some reason. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're a third off, 33% off. They were $30 and now they're $20. Wow. Available for 24-hour delivery. So one of you buddy trolls want to pay for a couple cameos and find out where she is. She says she's going to deliver within 24 hours. Foodie Beauty is a beloved YouTuber who receives all sorts of personalized video requests. I'm sure she does. From their devoted fans, from birthday messages to roast to pep talks. Can you imagine getting a pep talk from Chantal? Average video length, 1 minute, 18 seconds. 1 minute, 18 seconds. For $30. Wow. Woo. That's not that good. Or you can send her a message for $9.99. Hi, YouTube content creator. Joined Cameo July 20th, 2023. Let's see. Let's see when she was last active. Let's see when her last review was. May 5th. May 5th. It was almost a month ago. Huh. Yeah, definitely check out earlier videos in my channel. You'll find the cameos that she made for people. They're pathetic. They're awful. They are awful. Just what you would expect. Same type of effort that she puts into her channel. Does anyone feel sorry for Salah, Pussycat? I don't. No, I don't. No. Do you? Does anyone feel sorry for Salah? It says last video posted 5/23. It does? Let's see. Oh, it does. Last completed video, May 23rd. Yeah, you're right. That's a while ago. It's over a week ago. Poll? Okay, let's do a poll. We'll just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Do you feel sorry for Salah? Yes or no? Real simple. You want him to turn on her, Pamela? I mean, I think he might have to save himself. How could anyone feel bad for him? Yeah. You can't feel sorry for someone who calls people losers, too cold to bother. Yeah. Yep. If you scam, expect to be scammed. Yeah. 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 He had multiple chances to walk away. Sure did. You want them to turn on each other? BB True. Neo Taro said that he might go to a channel to do his tell-all. I don't know where he would go, though. I kind of wondered that. Like, which channel would he go to talk? To spill it? Where would he go for that? I don't know. His own. If he was smart, he would go to his own channel. Yep, he definitely would. Allah's channel. Soft boy Salah in prison will have to drop the soap. Oh, God. Or the couples channel? That'd be funny. If she offered him $90,000, the type of person who looks at her and says this will do is not to be trusted. You're so right. Oh, go to Yo Mama's channel. That's a possibility, Summer Cats. Yeah. He does still have his gaming channel. Yep. Yep. Take a look at that. She still has it listed in her description. He really should be doing more with his channel. But, you know. He's probably over YouTube. Like, he'll probably never log into YouTube again. No, nothing going on there. Yeah, we saw it, Cookie. Thank you. Yeah. When you heard the video of him laughing in Thailand to call him our tits, yeah, that was great. That was great. You know what? He could go on Nicole Garrett's channel. Oh, Nicole Garrett. Do you feel sorry for him if we find out he's short bus special? I think we already know that, though, don't we, kinda? I mean, not factually. Okay, I gotta be clear. But, you know, I mean, we don't know for sure, 100%, but we've seen enough from him to know that he's probably not like her, you know, the sharpest tool. He's probably not. Probably not. Maybe Baked Korean's channel. That would be awesome. Yeah. Baked Korean said they don't want to create videos, though. Like ever. Lol Cow Live, that'd be awesome. You do feel bad for him, Mers. Could you explain? Nobody attack Mers. I'm curious, like, opinions. Like, people are allowed to give their opinions here, even if you don't agree with them, okay? All, like, different opinions are absolutely welcome. But I'm curious why. Why do you? Do you feel like she really screwed him over? That she's, like, diabolical and he just kind of got swindled, maybe? Like, he wasn't smart enough to realize what was happening? That could be. You think so, Cringecore? I think she might be shadow banned too. It's difficult to find her channel now. He is high functioning enough to scam a marriage. Please don't blame autism on this. I never even thought of autism. I just thought of, I don't know. Something. I don't know what. You think Chantal has completely warped his view of YouTube and how YouTube communities can really be? Yeah. Saban Nation, you don't think he's slow? Perhaps not the smartest, but not slow. Okay. Mon says, I really do feel Salah was swindled and I feel bad for him and worse for his family. Okay. That's true, Sushi. That's what turned my entire perception of this entire of her, him, everything was the Tiger Sanctuary. That's what broke me. People were like, oh, you're giving them too much grace, too much benefit of the doubt, Yeah, maybe, yeah, okay, I guess. I just didn't want to go all out when I didn't need to. But then the Tigers, I was like, oh, fuck both of you. That was awful. How do you not know what you're doing? That's what I'm wondering, Pussycat. Did they also, or did they or she break laws in Thailand? She was streaming all the time in Thailand. Was that considered working on a tourist visa in Thailand? Maybe she should be charged there too. You don't think he's a good person, but I think she's a manipulator to the point that he's so trapped. Yeah, I could see that. I still don't feel sorry for him, though. Jackie B says, I'll only feel remotely bad if he gets consequences and she doesn't. That would be amazing, huh? Oof. Yeah, we don't know that Salah has any kind of diagnosis at all. We don't speculate on Salah's sexuality, preferences, gender identity, any kind of issue at all. We don't. There's no need to. We just don't know. But here's the thing, she said on many occasions she wouldn't ever go back to live in Canada. Canada was not on her bingo card ever till now, so he knew Canada was off the cards with her. But I wonder, right? I'm sure that women who suspect that they might be being used for citizenship, that they might just say that. So that if he's not looking for that, he'll leave and she'll know what really it was all about. I wonder. She bosses him around and he just lets her, like, why? She's got some kind of control over him, Darkest Coven, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. He's a romance scammer. He's also manipulative. Yeah. Agree. His face card, I don't know, lately, he's going to have to try to get that back. A. Popovich says, I think he thought he was a big dog and is now realizing he was outplayed by her. Possibly, yeah. I think he over-exaggerates his behaviors because when he was mad, the laugh and other things disappeared. Could be, yeah. I'm sure it's very easy to lose your sense of humor being around Chantal for long. Lori Kopp, thank you so much for gifting an Are You Serious membership, and Lost Soul just received that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Lori. And thank you, Lost Soul, for thanking Lori. That's awesome. Welcome. Ham and Bean says Foodie could argue that the super chats were a business transaction, but that could screw her over for working while on a tourist visa. That's what we were looking at in that long community post. That's what she said. I collect super chats for my job. She said that. For my job. Great. Okay, Just Jamie, go ahead. Thank you so much for keeping an eye on things. I appreciate that. Thank you. We saw his convo to Kybella. It would have been the same to Foodie. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I think they both got into this with the understanding that it was an act for YouTube, but Foodie thought that he would fall madly in love with her and it would be real once she landed. Yeah, very possible. Yep. Oh, not Jeb Bush. Thank you for gifting 5. Are you serious? Memberships. Thank you, not Jeb Bush. Yes, thank you. And Jackie B received one. Lori Kopf got one. Caitlin Zale and Silver Sea and Lime Jello. Welcome to the nest. And thank you so much, not Jeb Bush. Your link to your welcome video, if you're brand new, is coming right now in the chat. It's just a couple seconds if you want to go check it out and come back. Beetle Queen says, all you had to do was fake love me, tells me everything I need to know about Foodie. She was leading Salah around by the nose, pretending that he was totally scamming her. I think that she can be extremely manipulative. Yes. Just what you said. Yes. Even though she's the one manipulating. Yeah. Yep. Fully transactional from his end? I would think so. Right? Think. She can't save herself. Yeah. So it will be the next ARC word nerd. Let's end the current poll. Do you feel sorry for Salah? 14% said yes. Okay. 85% say no. And we had a total of 422 votes. Interesting. Okay. She wears the pants. Yeah. They manipulated each other, but both lost. True. Who do you think lost more? I guess we don't know yet, right? We don't know yet. Remember when she was at Natter's house and she said she always has a backup plan? Yes, Militia. Yes. Hey, Capone. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think it was yesterday. Thank you so much for that. I mean, not the super chat, the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very nice. She's just going to get fined and sent back to Canada, Cougar Knife. Bro is either being forced into Syrian army or jail. Yeah, I don't know. When they were wed, did she know what she was signing by now? We didn't see, well, we still haven't seen the marriage certificate. So we didn't see her sign anything. That trip to the courthouse showed nothing at all. At all. So they could have been there paying for a parking ticket for all we know. And yeah, you're right, McGuencia. People need to stop saying her mugshot will make her take her hijab off. I can't imagine Kuwait would do that. No. In Kuwait, in Kuwaiti jails, women, whether they are Christian, Muslim, Jewish, any or no belief, are required to wear hijab. In the Kuwaiti jail system for women, whether you're Muslim or not, you are required to wear it. So her mugshot will be worn with a hijab. A jail issued hijab, maybe not the one she wants to wear. She was a tourist. Doesn't that mean they weren't married? Not necessarily. She could still be on a tourist visa and have a religious marriage. That's very possible. Like, he would have to apply for a spousal, like sponsor her for a family visa. I don't think they were that. No, I don't think they did all that. So she'll not know how to put it on. The female guards will have to help her. So a nicer hijab. Yeah, exactly. And it's probably not going to be the scuba style that goes under the chin. So, yeah. Probably similar to the one that's in the picture there. Just a pull on. Yeah, Save a Nation. Yeah. The Muslim hate's getting kind of old. Has nothing to do with Chantal. People don't get that. Like when you're, but whatever. Just keep blocking, that's all. New Syrian regime. Yeah, Summer Cats, but he's also 31 years old. I don't know what the age is beyond. I don't know. He's not a kid anymore. It's hard to say. Syria is just in a state of upheaval. It's hard to know. That photo is AI. That prisoner that looks like Chantal. Yeah, that's AI. Her reversion is still legitimate. You're absolutely right, Capone Boxer. Yes, 100%. Yep. Whether she practices, whether she believes, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Cryptomaria says, is it bad to say if she was American, I wouldn't care? She's Canadian. Are you either of those, Cryptomaria? I'm making it a point so this has attention? Huh. Where are you from, Cryptomaria? Oh, we don't say that, Cryptomaria. I think we've discussed this before. That's not something that that's not something that I can allow. I'm sorry. You're from Canada. Okay. Oh, because you feel like she's kind of representing Canadians to some extent? Is that why? And if she was American, you wouldn't care? Is that what you mean? Huh. Whatever happens, she has her deep and abiding faith, right? Whatever that is. I think she at least thought she was married. Suzanne swears like a sailor. I agree. I think that's why he didn't want the marriage certificate shown, because someone would translate it. She did probably sign something if she did and had no idea what it said. Lucy Jane says, hey, we have ALR. You Canadians need to keep Chantal. Yeah, exactly. She represents Canada as much as Vitali represents Russia, or Johnny Somali represents the USA. Exactly, yes. Syrian conscription went up to age 42. New regime is transitioning to all volunteers. Okay, huh. Kuwait courthouses are open to the public. It was just them going in and taking photos and lying. It's very possible. That is very possible. That video was a sham itself. Can they detain her if she stated in the video she wanted to flee if she's still there? I would think they would need to have a cause to detain her. But, again, I don't know Kuwaiti law. I don't. I think unless we have a Kuwaiti national or a Kuwaiti lawyer, anyone that's pretending to know what would happen or what's going to happen is probably not speaking from a factual place. I guess, Joanna Freedom, I guess the 12-hour stream isn't happening. Darn it. Tina T, how's it going? Indeed, people don't F with cats. It really pisses people off, and Foodie has tested our patience way too many times. That is the truth. That is the truth. I mean, I've listened back to that live stream again, you know, with her taking the cat of, you know, that I reacted to with you guys. And I'm just so embarrassed at myself and the language, but if you're accustomed to coming into the nest, then you know that is not normally how I speak at all. So it really does say a lot about, and the whole chat was just as upset. It says a lot about how sick of it we are. Just sick of it. Worshneffer says, AYS is an expert on the subject. Can Salah plead as a religious refugee to Canada and as a convert to the Church of Chantal? Of course he can. Of course he can. What a good suggestion. I hope that she is listening. Excellent suggestion.
Are you tired of pretending to be someone you're not? Do you prefer your religion cafeteria style?
Yeah.
Choose only what's appealing to you and leave the rest? The Church of Chantal. You make up the rules and decide each day whether or not you'd like to follow them. Do you want a spouse, but not the headache of a real commitment? The Church of Chantal allows a sacred form of marriage that cannot be proven to anyone, nor should you have to prove anything to the haters. If anyone judges you, call them Chantal-phobic and they'll back down. You can't join the Church of Chantal, but you are always welcome to send a charitable donation.
So you may know that, the reason I started my channel is because I am a Muslim revert myself, and Chantal was immediately giving out lots of misinformation about my religion, and it had to be corrected. And I just came to the belief that Chantal has created her own religion, really, and it's called the Church of Chantal, and it's really cafeteria style. She can just pick from here and there and just kind of put it together, and it's the Church of Chantal. You know, that's how I explain a lot of her behavior, because people ask me, what about this? Is this haram? Is that haram? Look, it's Church of Chantal. Anything goes. Literally anything goes. It's up to her. Whatever she says, okay? Mother of Greece. Oh, thanks, Sniper Love. Yeah, if you're enjoying tonight's stream, just a little discussion about Chantal. Yeah, if you go ahead and hit the like button, that would be appreciated. If you're enjoying the conversation, maybe consider subscribing and coming back. I will be updating. Yes, Jackie B, I am a Muslim revert. Yes, that's why I started this channel. I don't care about the girls or obesity type content. It's just because I was kind of watching, and then I saw she was moving to Kuwait, and then I saw a hijab, and I was like, oh no, what's happening? Sarah, yes, I do still speak Egyptian dialect Arabic to them, and they do understand. Yes, absolutely. They do. They're such good boys. You had a dental ad in the middle of Church of Chantal? That is blasphemy. Blasphemy. I'm sure she did, Dandy One. Legned! Hope she thought to grab her YouTube plaque before she... Of course she did. Are you kidding? Oh, Darkest Coven, thank you. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice to hit 10K. Yeah, that'd be great. Good night, Word Nerd. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Worshneffer. Whatever the reason it happened, so glad you started the channel. Me too. I mean, you know, I've had a channel before in a different community. It was nothing but stress all the time, every single day. I had sleepless nights. It was total BS, and I made like some months I never even got pay from AdSense because the threshold is $100, and some months I wouldn't even get paid. It was just But, you know, it was for a higher purpose, and I kept trying to tell myself that. But, I mean, oh my God, it was so stressful. And, like, this isn't really, except when she's neglecting and abusing animals, you know, that's... Aside from that, and aside from the Islamophobia, it can be a little stressful sometimes. But overall, you guys are awesome. You guys are the best part of the channel, 100%. Thank you, Krugeron. I appreciate that. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much, Just Jamie. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you so much for keeping an eye on things. I really appreciate that. As a Muslim, what's been the most offensive thing she's done religion-wise? Just putting out the misinformation. Like right from the start. It was Muslim women can't swim. I mean, it was like, it's been nonsense from the get-go. The doggies are in bed. Nice. Okay, Krugeron. All right, cool. Yeah. I mean, it's been nonstop, really. I don't care about, like, the stuff that, in general, the community really wants to harp on isn't concerning to me. Whether she's praying, whether she's fasting, I don't care about any of that. Like, Muslims don't judge each other on that stuff because we have our own things to answer for. I have plenty to answer for. I don't have to answer things for on Chantal's behalf for her. I don't care what she does. But it's putting out the actual misinformation because most people in the West have already a misconception about Islam in general. And that's, you know, that's a lot of there's reasons for that. There are reasons for that. And I understand that. And not everybody's going to be open to considering that everything that they've heard and that they've thought up to this point, that some of those things might not be accurate. Not everyone's willing to be open-minded about that. So she was really perpetuating a lot of the stereotypes and the BS that people believe about Islam that isn't true. Because she wasn't learning enough about Islam to be able to talk about the truth of Islam. And that's, to me, I'm not going to say it's unforgivable, but it's really upsetting to watch. Like she has an audience of thousands of people, whether you're watching through her or a reactor. And she's just spouting all of this nonsense about a religion that billions of people belong to. Like, what are you doing? And not caring about it. And not giving one single F at all. Not even like, oh, I wonder if this is right. Well, she doesn't care. Like, just whatever comes to mind, she just spouts out. And then she just says, I don't know. And that is very frustrating to me. But I don't care how she practices. Just stop. She doesn't know much about Islam. She doesn't know the basics. I've heard on a Friday, the prayer begin in the background in Kuwait, and she thinks it's the call to prayer. And it's actually the prayer has started. But it's like she can't tell the difference. What? Like, if you're praying 5 times a day, you know the difference. They sound completely used. You know the difference. So, yeah. Yeah. How do I feel about the LGBTQ plus community, Jackie? I've actually talked about this before because I have there's a Nestie who I consider a good friend that I speak to every day. And that person is of that community. And they actually asked me, they were the first one to ask me on this channel, well, what about this? And I wish I remember what stream it was in because I would just clip it probably. But I'm pretty sure I'm saying the same thing now that I would have said back then. It was a while ago. But that there are things about my religion that I don't agree with. There are things that I can't fully accept. What I love about Islam myself is that I'm not required to just accept and believe 100% of everything just because I'm Muslim. I grew up Catholic, and as a Catholic, going to the classes, to be First Communion, to be confirmed, I remember asking a question and just being told flat out, you don't have faith. Like if I had to ask, that I didn't have faith. I shouldn't have to ask. I should just believe. And that inherently went against everything logical in my mind. And I just shut down from there. Like I should be able to ask, And maybe the teacher didn't have the answer. But to just tell me straight up, 15 years old, you don't have faith? I do. I believe in God with all of my heart. But can you clear this up? Oh, if you need that cleared up, you don't have faith. And I'm not saying that all of Catholicism is like that. That was just my experience. So I've always believed in God, thank God. But I went to Protestantism after I left Catholicism. It just made more sense to me. And I've looked into different religions, and I lived in Egypt the whole time as a Christian. I didn't actually revert until after I returned to the States and my relationship was over. He never came here to live with me. He never, we didn't have any kind of citizenship or nothing. We never did that. I went there to live. He didn't come here. He came here to visit for 2 weeks or so, but that was it. He has kids, so he wasn't going to leave his kids. So that's why I went there. But, Islam overall made the most sense to me in general. Like the fundamentals, yes. There are many things that I'm just like, huh? And I pray, I ask, help me understand. I'm going to always remain open-minded. But I just don't believe that God created people that are, it's not that I'm not trying to be careful about what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of how to put it. There's a difference. I'm trying to what word am I even looking for? I don't think that God created people to not, they're his creation. I feel people are his creation. So he's not going to put all of these major inherent challenges into a person. I don't believe. I don't believe that being gay, bisexual, trans, I don't believe that that is a choice that people make. I don't think so. Why would you choose? Why? If the easiest way to live is to be a heterosexual person, then why would you choose something that's not the easiest way to live? Wouldn't you just choose the easiest way? Obviously, it's not a choice. To me, it's just not. It can't be. People are born the way that they're born. And I don't believe that God would just create people to be like, oh, hey, this isn't actually what I want, but figure it out. I don't believe that. So that's something that is one thing that I just is a huge, it's just something that I can't get on board with. I just don't. There are things about Islam that I don't agree with, that I'm not okay with. Would I want my husband marrying other women in addition to me? No, of course not. Are you kidding? No, never. And I believe that most women feel the same way. And that is something that women struggle with if you are in that situation. It's very rare nowadays because the man has to be able to fully provide for every single woman that he marries in the same exact way, to the same level. If you have a house for your first wife, you have to have a house for your second wife. it has to be equal. Like, not many people can do that nowadays. But like, if I, let's say, married some wealthy man and he was like, hey, you know, like, you're a little bit older. I know I'm not going to get any kids out of you, but I want kids. So I'm also going to marry this other woman? Really? You know, like, ugh. But it's allowed. And in Islam, the woman, like the wife, you know, the existing wife, is not allowed to forbid her husband from marrying another woman. It's not her choice. It has been mandated by God that this is okay to do. It's not, the woman cannot say, you can't do that. That's a struggle. That's a huge, I couldn't, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't. So, what's going on here? Why are we saying shut the F up? So we are a pretty copacetic community here. We don't, hostilities between Nesties is not tolerated, just so everyone is on the same page. Oh, thanks, the den. Yeah. I mean, there's no way I can pretend to know everything. I don't know everything. And that's okay. You know, I don't have to. Oh, okay. So it's, okay. I'm probably gonna have to review the chat later, I think. Yeah. But, yeah, please be respectful of one another. Oh, thank you, Jackie B. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll review everything later. Yeah, for sure. No one has to agree with anybody, you know, at all. And that's certainly a pretty sensitive topic. So I'll take a closer look at it later. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Can you choose to stay single then as a woman, or are you expected to marry? You don't have to marry. I mean, they say, well, not they say, in Islam, marrying someone is considered completing your deen, which is your faith. It's a completion of your faith. So, I guess it's preferable to be married. Do I want to? No, I don't. No. Yeah, John, just be a little more, you know, we're not really hostile with each other here. So just, I don't know if you are, you know, just, everyone just chill out a little bit. So the Muslim faith has an a la carte approach to believing? Or is that the faith allows you to take your time in learning to believe or register certain things? It's not a la carte. I wouldn't say I wouldn't put it like that, because that's more like Church of Chantal. I wouldn't say that you can take or leave whatever you want. No, I don't. No, it's not like that. But God knows that He created us in my belief, and He knows our struggles. He knows what, we have a lot of vulnerabilities and a lot of weaknesses. And we have our free will. So He knows what we struggle with. I struggle with different things than another Muslim might struggle with. And He knows that. And He knows us individually as unique as He created us. So I think that He knows that I struggle with certain concepts and ideas. And being a revert, I wasn't brought up as a Muslim. It's not inherent. I have to learn everything. I didn't absorb things growing up as a kid to be Muslim. So I have to learn everything. There could be a question that someone asks that I'm like, I really have to go look that up. Because I don't know a friend of a parent who had that situation. Like I don't have that frame of reference. So it's not a la carte. It's not take what you want and leave the rest. It's not like that. It's just I've learned so much in the past year and the past 10 years. And I know in the following year and the following 10 years, God willing, if I'm still here, I'm sure, hopefully I want to be, that my beliefs are going to evolve more because me as a person, I'm evolving more and more. I hope that answers your question. I don't mean for it to sound evasive. I don't know if it does. That's not how I intend it to sound or to be. Is being gay illegal in places like Kuwait and Egypt? Yes, it is, Cookie. Yes, it is. Yes. Does that mean that people aren't? No. Does that people aren't practicing? Practicing. Does that mean that people aren't meeting up? And, no, it doesn't mean that. But I'm sure they're extremely careful about it and would never talk about it openly. Yeah. Could you please translate the paperwork hanging on the wall of the vet Salah went to? I don't know how to read Arabic, Rachel, unfortunately. You can understand, but you are not mandated to accept things you don't agree with. I don't know if you're talking about Muslims or not. There are definitely gay Muslims, 100%. Of course there are. Yeah. Very privately, 100%. Yeah. Do you think Chantal is in Canada? I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't. Is your religion why you don't show your face, or is that for privacy? It's more for privacy. Yeah, it's more for privacy. I considered in the beginning, should I just go on camera? Because I had a channel that I was fully on camera, and I don't have a problem with it. But after observing the community for some time, no, I'll stay off camera. I'll stay off. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, the doxing, and the critiquing, Yeah. I don't need someone zooming in on my crooked nose and being like, oh, well, this, that, and she has circles under her eyes. And I don't know. No, thanks. I'm good. I'm good. You personally don't care how anyone chooses to live their life, and I also don't expect other countries or religions to adhere to the Western world beliefs either. Yeah. Yep. Born, raised, and currently practicing Catholic, unable to flee too fat, Imo. I can really appreciate or admire your religious journey. I think it takes courage to challenge and question religious beliefs. Yeah. I have to really resonate with it, and I never did with Catholicism, ever. I did more with Protestantism, but it was actually something that my former partner said to me one day. And I hadn't even moved there yet. I was just there for like a month. And it was about, I'm not going to get into it because we've talked about it before and it does become a conversation. But it just it gave me some serious cognitive dissonance. I have believed this one thing my entire life. And now that it's a question, and not like a pressured question or not like, oh, prove this, or nothing like that. Just oh, well, what about that? And I felt like my brain exploded. I'm like, oh my God, And that's kind of what like just started, like, I don't know, just kind of questioning a lot of things that I just kind of always took for granted or believed, and like, no, let's really think about it. Thank you, Melody. A reform movement? I don't know exactly what that would look like, Wig. I don't know. I don't know. Islam is is simple, but at the same time extremely complex. So, you have a crooked nose too, Magwencia? Yeah. Well, I mean, I got it for a good reason. My sister was being bullied on the school bus, so. Right, Pax. There's no point in judging others when you don't get to pass sentence. Yeah. Yeah. Not that I know of life lessons with Sheila. Is there a way to check the jail rosters like we can here in the U.S.? Not that I know of. Did the Muslim women in Egypt ever give skincare or hair care tips? Well, I mean, I had female friends. Women are women everywhere in the world, you know? I was kind of hoping that, like, weight wouldn't be, like, I was hoping that, like, the U.S. is really, really focused on, like, the physical form and what your body looks like. And I was hoping that Egypt wasn't gonna be so much like that, but it is. You know, you can't, people aren't wearing revealing clothing by any means, but women are still trying to lose weight in Egypt. Women are still trying to, like, look a certain way, you know? And, like, I've always, before, like years ago, I used to always do tanning or sunless, like the stuff that you put on and stuff. And because my skin is pretty pale and I never liked it. I always wanted a little bit of color. And then I'm shopping in a department store in Egypt and I see this whole section of skin lightening cream. And I'm like, this is total BS. Like, all the women in the world, all these beautiful Egyptian women, they want lighter skin. And I'm putting all this tanning stuff on my body to get deeper toned skin. Like, no one's happy with what they have. This is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. All the skin lightening and whitening cream. Probably most of it toxic. Ham and Beans, baptized Catholic, raised Methodist, chose to be an atheist Catholic again through revelation. Interesting. Yeah, that is quite a journey, too. Yeah. Thank you, Ham and Beans. You're pale as heck, yeah. Yeah, Sarah, I didn't live too far from the pyramids, and I've been there a couple times, like doing touristy type stuff, but I used to have to drive by it to go to my workplace. Yeah. That's how they control us, make us feel insecure no matter what. I'm telling you, the beauty industry has taken over the entire world. You know? Angie, not ignore me. I know you heard me. What are you talking about, Angie? My brain made its own visual, which I wasn't happy with because I imagine you to be disgustingly beautiful. I wouldn't say I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Not bad. I mean, what? I'm probably not everyone's cup of tea. I'm okay with how I look, basically. In general. I have plenty of things, that could be better, but I think everyone does. Natural born collector, how would you know that? You work in the beauty industry and I try my best to instill confidence in those who think they're not beautiful. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. What you do? Really? Huh. Now politics. Yeah, we've discussed religion. Yeah. All I can visualize for Ma Owl is the snowy owl from Labyrinth, though I haven't seen that in forever. Yeah. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. NBC, how do you know? I do really appreciate you guys. You guys are just an awesome group. You really are. It's the feathers, yes. Beauty is a lot about your character and personality. That's true. That's true. Ah, Ashley, thank you. You saw my owl face? Yeah. All those feathers. Oh, thank you, Cryptomaria. You've seen me in a silk bonnet and sports bra. Thank you, Lost Tamale. Thanks, Lori. Teoncita says, I feel AYS was probably pretty very pretty and regal because she lived a very exciting, hard. It has been a hard life, and earned a calm spot in life with her doggies for doing good deeds. Teoncita, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Think the 5K donation scam for marriage certificate will make court case? Maybe. Hey, they just need to show it. It's no big deal, right? Would I ever consider stepping away from religion altogether? If not, how does it benefit you the most? Well, I have a strong faith in God. I've always believed in God, no matter what. I know for some people, religion is like, a construct that was made by man and doesn't make sense. And I respect that. For me, this works. So. You guys all saying you think you know what I look like. Whatever. I'm not nearly as hot as Foodie Beauty. Not even close. Mm-mm. Technically, you still need a personality with social media. Some people just want fast success. Yes. Yep. I bet they're selling everything right now and moving out of condo. God, can you imagine? I wonder, if they're just running around that apartment. Well, no, he's not there, I don't feel like. Or if he is, she's not there. Ugh, they must be panicking. They've got to be panicking. Thank you, Whitebird. Thank you so much. Oh, Saban Nation, thank you for your facts, intellect, and especially for taking our crap. You guys don't give crap. You're loved and appreciated. Please don't choke. Don't choke. Choke, no joke. Thank you, Saban Nation. They must be getting rid of assets, selling those tan sofas. She's hiding in the apartment trying to sob quietly. Oh my God. Well, she brought it on herself, Really. Enough is enough. We are not teardrops. So true. You'd be stinky in that apartment with the smoke and her dirty. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Selling her Temu bangs. She better wash them first. Don't choke on. Oh, save a nation thing. Yeah. Don't choke on the big fat eggplant. Yeah, that's what Chantal told me. Yeah, can't be her husband. Oh, that's right, Lori. Yeah. Mons, it could be. Keeping the chat in line must be teaching experience. That could be. Well, I've had a lot of YouTube experience, though, with horrific people. Horrific. So, yeah. Not a lot phases me now. That's for sure. I've been through it. Yeah. Oh, you want to go back outside? Okay, buddy. All right. Okay, I'm coming. All right. That's, I think that's my sign. It's my sign to, let the pooches out and hit the hay. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. You know, I think it's good just to have little discussions here and there. And, you know, figure out what's, you know, try to figure out what's going on. And if she goes live and I'm at home, best believe you just come straight here. I will be sniping. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for all the support tonight and for your conversation. And I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.